All right, shalom. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahawah, BASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BASHIM Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And the title's lesson is going to be after Isaiah the 34th chapter in the second verse, and it reads, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations." All right, so again, the title's lesson being for the indignation of the Lord YAHAWASHI is upon all nations. All right, so coming into these last days, all right, coming to the day of the Lord, all right, the day of His return, equates to what? His vengeance. He said, "Think not that I come to bring peace on earth." Okay, I've come not to bring peace, but what? He come to bring a sword. Okay, and the sword is any manner of destruction. All right, so the Lord's coming to bring judgment. Right, and He said His indignation is upon all nations. All right, even 2/3 of our own people. All right, so 2/3 of our own people fall into this category of that's going to have to take to the wrath of YAHAWASHI. Okay, and it's going to be upon the inhabitants of this earth. Okay, so going on to 2/3 of our own people. All right, and then the rest of you heathens. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off here in Jeremiah 25, and I start at verse 15, and I'm gonna read on down, because it's a bit of a chunk. All right, but I'm just gonna read on through it, and you'll get the point. This is Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 15. "But thus saith the Lord Yahawah, BAHASHIM YAHAWASHI, power of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it." All right, so if you read Revelation 14 chapter, all right, this is referring to, and this time going to this, the Lord, the testimony of our Lord being the spirit of prophecy. All right, this is talking about what's going to happen, to these nations that are going to get hit by these thermonuclear missiles. All right, so that's the wine cup of the Lord's wrath. Okay, ultimately that last and final plague meaning these thermonuclear missiles. All right, so I'll read again Jeremiah 25 verse 15. "For thus saith the Lord Yahawah, BAHASHIM YAHAWASHI, power of Israel." All right, that's important. "God of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I will send thee to drink it." All right. So, and again, going to this cup, we can go into slavery. Okay, because going into us, we had to drink of that cup. All right, we had to go into hardcore bondage. All right, so these other nations as well, all right, are going to go into slavery. All right, 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed on the side, but they're going to be in the kingdom. All right, but your other heathen nations, when you're destroyed on this side, all right, and if you make it past the destruction, you're going to what? To be first fruits in slavery. Okay, so it's verse 16, Jeremiah 25 and 16, and they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. So, you can think about Revelation 12 and 12. All right, why? Because the devil knows if he had but a short time, so he's going to come down having that great wrath. Okay, he's going to be mad and angry, because he's going to lash out because he's getting ready to be judged, right, and ultimately destroyed. His kingdom, everything he's built, okay, it's a witness against him. Because why? Because it's been built off the blood, sweat, and tears of these so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, ill-gotten gain, rape, robbery, and murder. All right, so the Lord's getting ready to send a recompense. All right, other than heathen nations as well, because you join hand in hand with this man, all right, his enterprise. Okay, so it's Jeremiah 25 and 17. Then took I the cup at the Lord YAHAWASHI's hand, and made all the nations to drink unto whom the Lord had sent unto me. That's verse 18. To wit, Jerusalem, and the cities of Judah, and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation and astonishment and hissing and a curse as it is this day. So the first nation the Lord said He was going to judge is His own people. Okay, that's why 1 Peter chapter 4 and 17 says, "For judgment shall begin first at the house of the Most High." All right, so our people are going to be getting judged first and foremost, because really that's who the judgment is first for. Okay, because that's, as a father, he corrects his child first. Okay, so the Lord's going to correct His children first. All right, so He said He's in the first nation to drink of that cup. Okay, is going to be our own people. All right, 2/3, which they're not are considered our people at this very moment in time, but they are nonetheless. They are Israelites. All right, but the Lord says He's going to judge them first. Okay, it says in continuing, is verse 19. Verse 19. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and his servants and his princes and all his people. Okay, so the modern day Egypt is so-called America. All right, and the modern day Pharaoh at this point in time is Donald Trump. All right, and all his people will be you so-called Americans. All right, So, that's going into the chief place of destruction to be here in so-called America. All right. And that's why there's going to be this greatest deliverance here, because it's going to be so bad here. All right. But continuing verse 20, and all the mingled people. All right. So being spiritual, so-called America is a place of mingled people. Okay. A melting pot. All right. And the Lord don't like that. Okay. The Lord divided the sons of Adam for a reason. All right, and left a people unto his own inheritance, which are the children of Israel. Okay. So the Lord is not with this mixing and mingling. Okay, we're a holy people, we're a holy nation unto himself. All right, that's why we got in trouble in the first place. Because why? Because we wanted to join hand in hand with the heathens. Okay, so that's why 2/3 of our people are considered heathens. Okay, because they become one with a people that the Lord does not call by his name. All right, which are weirdos. All right, this is verse 20 again. And all the mingled people, and all the kings of the land of Uz, and all the kings of the land of the Philistines, and Ashkelon, and Azza, and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashdod. I'm just going to read on through this. Verse 21, Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon. There's always something about Edom and Moab, ain't it? The so-called white man and the so-called Chinese men. All right, they're always buddies. Okay, you read same in Psalm 83rd chapter. All right, they're mentioned right after each other. All right. So freaking Moab, okay, as well. Esau, Edom, we go hard on Esau, Edom, okay, because of course he's our number one enemy, okay. But Moab as well, man, they're gonna get it too. All right. And the children of Ammon, so-called Japanese. All right, it's verse 22. And all the kings of Tyrus, and all the kings of Zidon, and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea. Verse 23, Didon and Tema and Buzz, and all that are in the uttermost corners. All right, so you're getting the point here. All right, and all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert. Okay, so you so-called Arabs. All right, you Ishmaelites. Okay, all you Arab nation people. All right, it's verse 25, and all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam. Okay, you so-called West Indians, and all the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world. All right, all the kingdoms of the world which are upon the face of the earth. All right, so the Lord's judgment, going into this title, is what? The Lord's judgment is going to be upon all nations. Okay, no one's going to escape this judgment. All right, everybody is going to get judged. All right, and continuing, and the kings of Shishrak, Slakia, shall drink after them. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI of hosts of armies, right? The power of Israel, drink ye and be drunken and spew and fall and rise no more, because of the sword which I will send among you. Okay, so destruction. All right, the Lord's gonna have them fighting against each other. Okay, fighting among themselves, and then ultimately fighting against the Lord. Okay, and it's gonna be a bloodbath. All right. It's verse 28, and it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at thy hand to drink, thou shalt slack it. Then shalt thou say unto them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI of hosts, ye shall certainly drink. All right, so there's no escaping this judgment. Okay, there's no prolonging your kingdom. All right, this is what you other nations have been dreading. All right, that so-called karma is going to get you. Well, guess what? Now is that time. All right. Verse 29, for lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name. This is heavy. This is verse 29. For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name. And should ye be utterly unpunished? Exactly. So the Lord's going to jack up 2/3 of our own people. So you other heathen nations which are refuted as spittle, how much more you? Okay? The Lord don't even regard you as a drop of the bucket. Okay? So how much more you people, the judgment you're going to get going to other heathen nations, because look what the Lord's going to really do to his people. Okay? Okay, continuing. Ye shall not be unpunished, for I will call for I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI of hosts. Verse 30. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, the Lord YAHAWASHI shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. Okay, This is YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, you know, that war cry. All right, he shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. Okay, you know, those grapes. All right, the Lord's gonna go into that treading the wine press. All right, he's gonna stomp you nations out. Okay, this is verse 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord Yahweh shall have a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord Yahweh. So all the wicked is not, like the Lord said himself, he's not gonna at all quit the wicked. There's no, you know, bail. Okay, there's no nothing, none of that. Okay, your time of judgment is set, and when that point of time comes, you know, you're gonna get the wrath. All right, verse 32. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth, and the slain of the Lord shall be at the day from one end to the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. This is, you know, it's crazy. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be as dung. They shall be dung among the upon the ground. So, you know, going into, again, it's going to be a great slaughter. Okay, there's going to be no one to bury because everybody's going to be dead. Okay, you know, and then those that survive, so to say, you know, they're going to get hit and, you know, blown off the face of the planet Earth by the thermonuclear missiles. Okay, you know, so you going into you elites of the nations, going into your bunkers and underground and going to, you know, the space stations, you're not going to escape. Okay, wherever you go, the Lord has tabs on you. Okay, and you're not going to escape the Lord's judgment. Okay, because you're going into Psalm 3rd chapter about that. You know, the nations have coming together, you know, being confederate with one another. All right, they've all came together, come up against the Lord's people. Okay, you know, the tabernacles of Edom, Ishmaelites, Moab. Okay, you know, all your nations are getting ready to pay. Okay, so this is for what you did to the Lord's people. Okay, so of course the Lord's gonna get the wrath. Okay, even us, you know, of the hopeful elect, we're getting our butts whooped. All right, but the Lord's gonna what? She's gonna choose Israel, have mercy upon his own people. Zechariah chapter 1. Now start at verse 12. Then the angel of the Lord Yahweh answered and said, O Lord Yahweh of hosts, how long wilt thou not have mercy on Jerusalem and on the cities of Judah, against which thou hast had a nation these 70 years? And the Lord answered the angel that talked with him with good words and comfortable words. Verse 14. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. Okay, so though the Lord is angry at us, okay, I'll read it. This is verse 15. And I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. Okay, you heathens that are at ease, man. You know, it's Jeremiah 48. Moab hath been at ease from his youth. And he hath settled on his leads, and have not been emptied from vessel to vessel, neither hath he gone into captivity. Okay, you know what did King David cry in Psalms? Psalms 137. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. Okay, so, you know, old daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. All right, reward her as she have rewarded thee. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, you know, so on and so forth. You other nations getting ready to pay. Okay, because you tried so hard to destroy the Lord's people. All right, you know, and that's ultimately a direct, you know, attack against the Lord. All right, so the Lord's gonna put hands on you nations. All right, for you, because you put a hand on the apple of the Lord's eye. All right. So read again. There's Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they afforded affliction. So they went above and beyond. Okay, you know, they took advantage. All right, because they had that pure hatred they have, you know, for the Lord's people. Okay, you look at our history, what has been done unto us. Of course, that's the anger of the Lord, but you know, especially Esau, Edom. All right, he's been the head of forwarding the affliction to this day. All right, that's why the Lord's gonna show him no mercy. All right, this is verse 16. Now I'm gonna try to run through this and keep it short. This is Zechariah chapter 1 verse 16. Thus saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercy. So, you know, going into our affliction, pretty much our punishment being up. All right, you know, it's not over yet officially. All right, but when that time comes, all right, the Lord's gonna have mercy on us, even to those own people, because again, they will be in the kingdom. But you other needy nations, you're in big trouble, all right? My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem, okay? Because his people is the standard. All right, we're gonna be ready to be set up in our proper estate. So that's why all this judgment has to come forth, because this rulership has to be rooted out, which is Job 9:24. Earth is given into the wicked. All right, so it's getting ready to be given into the hand of the righteous. All right, under YAHAWASHI, verse 17. Cry yet, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Lord shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. So the Lord's going to choose his people again. All right. But if you other nations, you're in big trouble. All right. So this is I'm gonna run through this. This is that's what the Lord said, wait ye upon me. Okay, it's Zephaniah 3:8. Okay, because the Lord is getting ready to what? Do his thing. Okay, and all we gotta do is sit back and watch. Okay, and let prophecy do his thing. All right, which is all according to the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. That's why you have the prophets, okay, on the highways and byways, okay, prophesying, okay. Jeremiah 28:8. All right, telling you what's getting ready to happen. All right, we're just the messengers. All right, going on to YouTube. All right, but you devils are upset. That's why you want to cut videos down. They also try to take us off the street. But guess what? Judgment is already set. You're getting ready to get punished. All right. It's verse 2, Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation of the Lord YAHAWASHI is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies, okay, that war in heaven. All right. He hath utterly destroyed them. So it's prophecy. It's already set. You're going to be destroyed. So we're going to Psalm 2nd chapter. Why do the heathen rage? All right. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. You're getting ready to be delivered. Yeah, to the slaughter. All right. It's verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. These thermonuclear missiles, okay. And the scriptures keep saying the same thing over and over again. Why? Because this is prophecy. All right, the Lord's repetition. Okay, you are going to know exactly what the Lord is going to do. Okay, before it happens. Okay, be his prophets. All right. And that's why it's written down in the testimony against you. You nations, picking up the scriptures, all right, and you tripping, all right. It's not for you. But continuing, and all their hosts shall fall down. Okay, going into 2nd Ezra 13th chapter, all right. Revelations the 12th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm quoting it correct, I want to check really quick. War in heaven, just in case. Yep, Revelation 12th chapter. All right. So, yeah, it's not looking good for you other nations. This is Isaiah 34. What was that? In verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, the thermonuclear missiles, and all the hosts shall fall down as a leaf that falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon all the people of my curse to judgment. So who are the people of the Lord's curse? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. Okay, read Malachi, the 1st chapter. All right. And Idumea, okay, it's a people before it's a place. So the Idumeans, okay, is a Greek way of saying the Edomites. All right, they dwell mostly here, where? So-called America. This is their epicenter. All right, their home base, so to say. All right. So, the Lord's going to come down ultimately on the people first, okay, because they dwell in that land. So if there's Idumeans, Edomites, so-called white people in Antarctica, they're going to get judged in Antarctica, so that's just how it works. All right, so it's verse 6. The sword of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is filled with blood, okay? It's not filled with, it's not a squishy toy, okay? It's going to be filled with blood because why? Because it's going to be a slaughter. It is made fat with fatness in the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys and of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and against the slaughter in the land of Idumea. So the Lord is going to have a great sacrifice. All right, here in Basra, the chief city of Edom. All right, it's modern day, is in so-called America. All right, which is modern day so-called America. All right, so the Lord's going to have a great sacrifice here in America. Because why? Because everything that's left here after these plagues, all right, and after these thermonuclear missiles, all right, is going to go, is the altar. Okay, that's that great sacrifice. All right. So only people are going to escape is the Lord's elect. All right, so I mean, that's pretty much it, because this lesson is kind of brought out some lengthy precepts. But I quoted this, so I'll close out on this. Is Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, unto the day that I raise up to the prey. All right, for my determination is to gather nations, that I might assemble the kingdoms, to pour out upon my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay, and the Lord jealous fire for his people, ultimately for his holy name's sake. All right, as he does this thing, but his name is upon us. Okay, so the Lord's going to defend us. All right, that's why we're not rioting. We're not going into this lucrative spirit that 2/3 of our people are involved in. All right, being pretty much puppeteered by the devil. All right, do his bidding. All right, the elect don't follow that vibration. They don't follow that way. Okay, we're waiting upon our power, Yahawah, to try to deliver our enemies into our hands. Okay, so hey, with that, those words be edifying. As always, we give our praises to Yahawah, Shem Double honors to the elders and apostles of the MILLSTONE. Peace and blessings to the whole faith of Israel. Shalom.